Guys, welcome back to the Ultra Squad, and today this is actually part 2 of what if issei had the Chaos Emeralds. Now, the last part you guys really liked, so I'm making part 2 of it, and this is actually movie 2, so I actually hope you guys actually enjoyed this video. Without further ado, let's get straight into the what if. Now, the last part we actually left off right there was actually right there just like what Ethan and Ingrid and his parents just on vacation. Pretty much right there like heck. Ethan and Ingrid were just actually kind of like sharing the same room, which this was actually all a plan with actually Issei's mom right there for them to get together closer. As right there, yeah, as we pretty much have a time skip all the way right there like what to the next day. Pretty much right there like heck, Issei was actually in bed, and two of them were sharing a bed as heck. The two of them were just enjoying right there the time together. This was not really like this was actually the first time sleeping together actually, like closely. I mean heck, they slept on the couch when they were watching a movie and they fall asleep, but inside the bed that's completely different. Issei was actually just like waking up as pretty much right there he was actually talking to Drega, and remember Drega is actually a female, to where the two of them were having a conversation about how like like heck about what's the plan and so you're on. The plan was actually Issei to release Drega from her prison, the Sacred Gear, which Issei was actually talking to her and say like, oh yeah Drega, I'm actually right there thinking of something, the Chaos Emeralds, I'm trying right there something with it. You do know how I got right there the 5 ceiling down right there from the Sacred Gear, so the ceiling so you'll be able to be free, but there's still a loads of more seals to go down. Right there, so far using the Chaos Emerald was actually good. So right now, I'm thinking right there if I should actually boost it up. I don't know what it would do to you, and plus, you don't know anything about these Chaos like just emeralds. And you even stated right there that actually now linked to me and you, saying that your powers actually now combined into one. But also, if I start using it, I don't know if I actually might harm you or actually may have some default to the Sacred Gear. So right now, I'm actually going to start slowly, but eventually you'll be free. Ah, man. To be honest, you're actually pretty much the most easiest and the most fun partner I actually really had just over the time of years. Sure, I have about 2 of them that are actually my favorite, but you're actually my favorite one of all. She said that this was actually her in her human form, which she would just have red hair that reach all the way to her waist, and she has pretty much overnight like body and thin waist, but also she'll be packing some of her melons, which were pretty much bigger, like way more bigger than Arcanos and Reyes combined, and pretty much her green eyes was actually just like so beautiful, like that of of grass or whatever. And also she was wearing a red dress, to where she would be actually just wearing normal like shoes or whatever, as the two of them would just be like inside kind of like a land just full of fire and things like that. Just everything would be burning, and also volcano would start rumbling. Well, to be honest, you're actually pretty much the nicest host I actually really even have. I mean, doing this much just to free me. Most people wouldn't really care about me and just use me for my powers. Over the time I got used to it, seeing that I gave up all my freedom just after my new life. But now you here? I think that actually like the moment I actually get free, the moment I get free, I'm gonna actually mark you as actually mine. Even though already we are linked, I still claim you as mine. The way Issei was like, yeah, you're gonna have some real competition with Ingrid then. She's totally right there like, I just know she's into me, but I'm just waiting for the right time. You're waiting for the right time, huh? I thought you were a dragon. I thought you're not afraid of anything. So Issei would say like, I don't want to actually right there like push things along. And plus, I'm just trying to take things slow to her. But I'll catch you later right there, dragon. As the mindscape will just end as like we go on right to the real world. Issei would pretty much right there waking up as he would just actually get up and stretch, as he would just see like Ingrid just lying right there next to him, just like holding his arm. As right Issa with the smile, seeing the position she was actually in. She was pretty much wearing right her white nightwear gown. As right like Issa was small just at the scene. As like well, she would just actually like wake up right there like a few seconds. And she would just look towards Issa, and Issa would say like, "What's up, beautiful? Morning." So where she was just kind of blushing, she would say like, "Morning, Issa. Sorry if I was a bother to you last night," she said. So Issa would say like, "No, not at all. Well, I guess really we better get ready. Today is gonna be really a good day." As really like she would just nod and like she tried to get up, but she would just actually trip off the bed. As like what she would just like what crash just into Issa. As the two of them actually will fall on just on the floor, just on top of each other. As the two, for the Issa was actually at the bottom, as she was just at the top. No wait, sorry, she was at the bottom, as Issa was actually on the top of her. So, as pretty much right there, the two of them would just start blushing. As Ingrid would stare into Issa right there, like wow, just like green eyes. As right there, like Issa was staring to like what her like what, purple pinkish. No, sorry, not orange eyes. Sorry. The two of them will actually get closer until like what? The door just bursts open. "Good morning, you two. I hope you actually slept well. Oh, I see you're kinda a little bit busy. Who knew that my son was actually bold? Sorry for interrupting you. I see you two are having a lovely morning wake up. Just carry on what you're doing." As if it was actually Issei's like what, mom and dad. As Issei would just immediately just start blushing and also just Ingvild. To where Issei would say like, "Isn't that what you look like? We completely fell off the bed, we completely tripped." To where Issei like, well, mom would say like, "Oh, don't worry, sweetie. Just finish what you're doing. We'll wait for you downstairs." Closing the door. To where Ingvild would say like, "It's not like that." You know, we time skip to where Issei and Ingvild were downstairs and they were just pretty much eating breakfast with like Issei's mom and dad. Issei's mom would just keep on talking about the scene and like how right there like what she's gonna get grandchildren just inside the future. To where Issei and Ingvild would say like it was just an accident inside the morning. To where Issei's father would say like, "Yeah, sure, right there. Just admit it right there. I bet you will get together. We have bets on you. Like I pretty much placed a bet on you, just on you two just to get together, and I paid a lot of good money. I'm just waiting right there for this thing to happen." He would just say, as Issei and Ingvild would just kind of slightly blush and also sorry, just at the same time. They know they have feelings for each other, but it's just like hard to confess. But for the rest of like the day, Issei and Ingvild was just like what. And also Issei's parents would just start looking around. They pretty much was going on a tour around like what, Hawaii, they were pretty much right there going right there to like the shops, buying some clothes right there. As they were just going out right there eating just different foods and things like that. As like they were also taking pictures. But like I said, shopping like was the worst thing for Issei and his dad. To where Issei's mom and also Ingvild will always right there like well try a new outfit. To where like heck Issei would see like Ingvild looked good in every outfit, including his mom. But right there like heck it was torture for him and his dad. They would just wait there for about 2 hours. The two of them would be changing, like comparing right there different dresses, which nearly all the dresses looked the same. As right there when it was their time to change, like they wasted no time. And like the Issei's father, they got rid of what they wanted. They got their clothes. They didn't actually spend that much time dressing up or picking out what clothes they wanted. They got the clothes they want and they headed out. Like Issei's father and him, Issei, dude, this is the one thing they have in common. They hate shopping with their girls. It was a living nightmare. But right there, like so the rest of the day was just fun time. As they actually decided that it was actually like it may be fun for them to go to the beach. As they will actually go to the beach and they will just like change into the swimwear. But Issei right there like would change into like his swimwear wearing trunks, and also right there like kind of like a jacket right there with short sleeves right there, like just on, yeah, just on it. As pretty much right there, like what? Issei was actually getting right there, like he was pretty fit, like no homo, but he was pretty much like, you know, like what, in good shape. Issei just like, he has like a 6-pack. He was showing his muscles. He was just like what, like all the ladies were staring at him and things like that. And also some of the older women was looking at Issei's dad, because like heck, he was also right there, like good looking too. As like heck, some of them girls did try to approach, but like that all failed when like Issei's like mom and also Ingville just came in. As like heck, all the guys were just giving her that damn good look, like damn, look at them two, they actually have the most hot rocking bodies ever. As like what, most of the guys were staring at Ingville, cause like heck, she was so beautiful. Her just like what, silver like hair, her orange eyes. She was wearing like a purple swimwear, like heck, like a bikini on top, where she'll be wearing the kind of like a long skirt that's at the bottom. To where Issei, he was seeing this, he was just kind of blush. To like what, the four of them, like the family would spend time together. As like heck, by the end of the day, Issei right there, like what, was walking down on the beach shore. As he was just looking down at the ocean, and this ocean was actually close to the hotel, guys. So yeah, the beach was close to the hotel. As Issei was just looking up right there, like just at the stars, it was like it was nighttime. Nobody was actually just on the beach. As like what, as Issei was just looking just at the distance, just thinking to himself, he would just have right there, like what, two hands would just go around his like what, his waist, to where the person would say like, guess who, to where Issei would say like, by any chance will this may be like, who knows, like my ex-girlfriend. To where like what, Issei would just get right there like a nudge just from the side of the ribs. So Issei would say like, I'm joking, just unveiled. I know, I just know it's you. The way she would just say like, well, that's nice. What are you actually thinking about? You've been out here for quite a while now, she said, as she would just stand next to Issei. I don't know, just thinking about her, that how her future is actually going to change now. I mean, sooner or later, we're going to get involved into supernatural business now. And plus for that, like heck, some people will know exactly who I am. I'm gonna have some enemies, of course, and some allies, but still, they're gonna be targeted after you and also my parents too. It's just that, I just wish I have right there like more time before that this like whole thing actually goes down to hell. To where Ingville would say like, you don't need to worry about it, because I know you'll just protect your parents, and also you have me. I'll protect them too, and also I'll protect you. We're two in one, right? So right there, like heck, we'll always be just be together. To where Issei would say like, yeah, you're right. I'm always stuck with you, and I'm actually happy right there. It's actually like that. To where Ingville would just like look towards Issei, as she would say like, well, ever since I actually met you, I've been really grateful just for you, Issei. You were always there with me, even though right now I was actually targeted by devils. Like, you still saved me, and you didn't really care who exactly I was. You took me in, and I'm really grateful just to be with you. You gave me right there a home. Right there, you gave me so much. You treated me normally. You do know how half-breeds are. They're always right there hated. To where Issei would say like, yeah, I know. But Ingrid would still continue. But one thing I actually know for sure, she would just go just face to face with Issei. She would just kiss Issei just on the lips. The kiss will actually just last for about like what, just 20 seconds until they actually pull away. To where Issei would just smile, saying like, wow, I guess you made the first move, huh? Quite bold of you. To where she was just actually kind of blush, and also smile. Well, I didn't actually like heck. I didn't know what to really to do, but I just knew right that this was actually the perfect time to tell you how I actually really feel. Issei, I actually love you. She would say, to where Issei would say the same thing, like I love you too, just angry. They will share like another kiss, but this time this will actually last like for about like 3 seconds. To where like what, the two of them were just hugging each other, just watching like what, just watching the stars. And pretty much we just time skip to where they actually got back to the hotel. As like what, Issei decided to tell their parents that like heck, they're now starting to date. To where once they actually hear about this, they was actually so overfilled with joy. As where Issei's mom, where Misty would say like, oh, when are you gonna give me grandbabies then? As like Issei's dad was cheering on Issei, like heck, I wish you all many years to come. You finally became a man right there, my son. I always knew right there you two are gonna tie the knot. Eventually right there you two may even get married inside the future. To where Issei would say like, I plan to do that sooner or later. To where Ingrid would just kind of blush. So moving in quickly, just are we? To where like what, just Issei's mom would say, to where Ingrid would just kind of blush about this, to where she would say like, I don't mind marrying Issei for sure, but still, we would like to take things a little bit slow. As the parents were actually just pretty much happy just for the two of them. As they actually spend the rest of their like summer vacation together. They will actually go in different places just to join themselves. But the people who joined themselves with Issei and Ingvild, they actually were spending more time together. They were going to different places. They were always spending their nighttime together. They will always look at the sunset. Heck, they were basically right there like spending more time that they actually did right there back in Kuro town. Pretty much right there like what, the whole right there like during right there this whole holiday, Issei did manage to get rid of Draga free from the sacred gear. She was only able to go into her mini dragon form, where she could stay there right there like for like ever in that form. But once she goes to a human form right there, she only has about like 1 hour to stay there until she actually returns back to the sacred gear. But she was actually completely happy just to be free from that prison. She always despised that place. It was like torture towards her. So what she thinks Issei as like what? Eventually right there like Ingrid will actually just have a little bit of a rivalry between Issei. As every night right there, like every time that Issei wakes up, he wakes up right there to drag her just right next to him, just cuddling him just in between her breasts. As like Ingrid would just see this, and she would also get jealous to where she was just the same towards Issei. This was pretty much what that happened at the for the rest of the holidays, as it was actually time for them just to go back home. As the summer holiday break was just pretty much finished already. That they had to go back just to school. As pretty much we actually go on to Kuro's town. As we will see like what the mysterious person just got in the emerald. But still, actually this person will actually have black hair. This person will have purple eyes, as he was wearing like what, pretty much over white touching neck or whatever. Just a long touching neck. As he was also wearing like what, blue pants. This person was Issei's like what, a trusted right hand man and also familiar. This was Yami. Pretty much Yami was actually was a special case. Yami was actually like what, pretty much all just of a dragon, as he doesn't even come from this actual world. He comes from a different world that Issei actually went to with the Chaos Emeralds. So he jumped to there. So Issei actually kind of saved Yami there, and also like what, his family. Yami actually told vowed to Issei that he would serve Issei through time, as he heck. So yeah. To where Issei, he kind of accepts, so he actually accepts Yami as his familiar, which Yami, this one, not in this one, but Yami has kind of a family back home, a daughter to take care of, and also his fiance. So he always goes back home just to check on them. As Yami, he was just pretty much ready guarding the Chaos Emerald for his master to return. And pretty much ready like heck, he can feel something off. He can feel it as like somebody entered the barrier. So it seems like somebody right there finally actually entered this barrier. They have some nerve right there to actually enter it. I wonder who it is. To where the mysterious, we go into a mysterious person. This barrier was placed here. I wonder right there who was actually trying to actually hide it from this place. But still, I can sense something strange, something powerful. What is it? To where the person will actually just take out his wings as the person will start flying off. To where the person will actually get like, he would just land on top of a cliff. To where he was to see right there a beautiful sight between like what? A giant lake. And also right there different right there like what? Creatures with like supernatural creatures, little creatures like would just start running around. And pretty much right there he would say like, so somebody was trying to keep this place a secret, but not just that. He would just look up top of the like, he would just look like above as he would see right there a floating mini island. To where he would say like, I sense great power there. What is it? The person would just would start flying towards the green energy source. As once he actually got there, he would see right there the Master Emerald, like the Master Emerald. What is this? This great power source. Whoever right there, like whoever left it here was so dumb right there to leave it unprotected. I can't believe I can feel infinite amount of power boarding up here. I can't believe it. It's actually with this, I'll be able right there to like what restore right there like what the old devil clan back to its former glory, and now I'll be able to actually crush that Sir Zex Lucifer. This person would say, as right there he would place his hands on the Chaos Emerald. Mine. Thank you. This power is all mine. I don't know where you came from, but I will be taking you. As like what? Before right there he can actually leave with the Chaos Emerald, right there Yami would speak. A filthy devil right there touching the Master Emerald. How pathetic. And a blast would be launched at this random devil, to where the devil would say like, who exactly are you? To where like what? We see Yami right there would start floating right there like inside the air, as he would just land right there just in front of like the person. About like what, 5 feet away from him, as he was standing behind the Master Emerald. Your kind don't even deserve to even lay a finger just on this emerald. Whoever you are, I'm taking this emerald with me. With this right now, I'll become the most powerful devil inside this whole world. Finally, we'll be able to restore it as like the old original Lucifer clan. To where right Yami would say like, how foolish of you. Here's the thing, if you leave right now, I'll spare your life. Whoever you are, you don't actually understand me. I'm pretty much right there like serve right there the old right there Satan faction. You right there should actually know your place, little commoner. To where this actually mysterious devil would just like shoot like what, a demonic like what, magic ball towards right there Yami. And once they actually hit, it would just cause right there a massive explosion. He actually died right there for a weak person. How pathetic. Now right there like what? Like Riser V right there will be so pleased when I actually show him this. Before right there like he can even react, he would just feel something. Wait, what? This magical power. To a young man would just start raising his magical power. You're a dragon. To a young man would say like, yes. And guess what? You're dead. Sorry. To a Yami, he would just like raise his right hand. That's like what? Yami would just say like what? Chaos void. Pretty much right there like what? A giant void would just appear right in front of his hand. And like what? It would start sucking right at this devil up. The devil's energy, like what? It would start disappearing. But not just that. His body was crumbling. What is this? What are you doing to me? To a Yami, he would have said like, showing you right there like what chaos power really is. Now, be gone, you filthy scum. As the devil just cry in pain, like, damn you! Just really, just taken into, just into the void. As really, he was completely engulfed in it. I was like, wow, Yami would say like, how pathetic. So, the old Satan faction, huh? It seems like they're moving fast. I don't know how he actually found this place, but I better to secure this place tightly. First, that devil princess already causing trouble, and now this. God damn it. Master, you better return quickly. As we pretty much ready to go on ready to Issei. As I know, just Issei's like parents and his group as the family. They were pretty much ready boarding the plane. They were just like what? Getting ready like they were just pretty much flying all the way back to Cool Town. As like what? The moment they pretty much we pretty much go on to the next day. As like what? They pretty much arrived back at Cool Town. This was actually like school has already started up, guys. So yeah, as Issei and like what just Ingveld, they will actually miss like what 3 days of school. As pretty much right there, like once they got home, Issei right there would just collapse just on his bed, with Ingveld would just go to her own room. They know already that they're actually together, but like heck, they need some time like to themselves to rest up for a bit. As Issei was pretty much right there, just lying down on top of his bed, he was just right there thinking of something. I wonder right there how Yami's actually doing. I think I should pretty much right there go check on him. The guy is actually pretty much right there like been God in this place. I hope right there like he's been keeping an eye on those right there like what two nobles, devils, whatever. To where Issei would just like kiss his teeth as like what. He would just pretty much right there like go and inform right there just Ingveld that he's going to like what the hideout. To where she would just be alright with it and you know, like heck to come back right there so two of them actually can cuddle together. To where like Issei's parents, they were actually just already just inside the room. They were already sleeping. That was actually the best holiday they ever had. So Issei would go and teleport himself all the way to like what and to the hideout. And once he actually got there, he would just pretty much to see like everything is just pretty much the same. Heck, like some weird right there, like just not weird, but just supernatural right there familiars would start running around the place. As I guess, if you guys are wondering right there, like why familiars are here, like I thought devils were the only people who have familiars. But here's the thing, like the familiars that Issei got, all of these, they're not his. They just like what? They were just wandering around. So Issei just took them to this place so they can actually feel free and things like that. And plus right there, like heck, Issei realized some of these right there familiars, like some of the devils would just capture them for some reason. He doesn't know how, but still. So some familiars right there, like about like loads of familiars would start living around this place, especially in what, like just like spiritual like what monsters as well, and also right there some mini dragons as well too. It's like well, Issei would just go up to like he would just sense Yami's just energy as he would just like teleport just right in front of Yami. Yo Yami, long time no see. How you been? To a Yami, he was just right there like what? Just pretty much just playing a game, a console. To a Yami, once he actually sees Issei, he would just say like, huh, so you finally returned right there, huh? I guess right there like you weren't right there just like, just leaving right there just work just only to me and you dishing off. To a Yami, with just quick speed, he was just going to kick Issei. But Issei would just like, what, block it with his right hand. Not even moving an inch. As pretty much of a shockwave would just shake like what? Would just go around the whole right there like what? Hideout. Pretty much Yami would say like, I see you got him powerful as well. Interesting. So, how was it? How was your little trip with your girlfriend, of course? So Issei would say like, actually too. I actually got to make Draga free from the sacred gear. To where right there what, Draga would disappear as like in her mini dragon form as she would be sitting on Issei's head. Well Yami, it's been right there a long time. I hope you're doing well. To where Yami would say like, huh, the dragon, the emperor dragon of course, red dragon. How interesting. But still, it's been good, but I have to inform you something. something really bad has actually really happened. But guys, I'm pretty much on my end here for today. This has pretty much been part 2 of what if issei had the Chaos Emeralds. And I really hope you guys actually enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys inside the next one.